Hello and welcome, Charlene Smith here. It is match day, Arsenal versus Chelsea, London derby. We are here today to predict the starting 11 for today's game. Thank you to all of you guys for joining me. I can see some of you have been patiently waiting for my arrival. So thank you so much for your patience and thank you for your ongoing support. Right, so I'm really excited about this one, us building the predicted 11 for today's game on the Arsenal side. We did do this previously, and I must say I was pretty impressed with, the 11 that we built together collectively as a team, as a community. And we was pretty close to what Mikel Arteta selected. So let's see what we predict today, and then let's see what happens when we're about to kick off. Shout out to Mr. King saying hi, beautiful Charlene. Oh, thank you, darling. Predicting a 2-0 Arsenal win. Shout out to Abs Gunner for life. Yeah. All right. So Mr. A King has already put his starting 11, which consists of David Raya in goal. Back four of Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Hencapié, and midfield of Zubimendi, Rice, and Saka. Oh, Zubimendi, Rice, and Eze, and then a front three of Sar, Trossard, and Gokeres. So that is Mr. King's predicted 11 for today's game. And Mr. King is predicting a 3-0 Arsenal win. I like that. Nice clean sheet, 3 goals. That will be a very happy Sunday for sure. Louis Spice is going for a 3-2 Arsenal win today. Oh, pretty tight game there. Chaplin is saying, Shah, there's no way to send in supers. Why is that? You're not able to send super chats. Do you know? I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Obviously, I was, consistent on my YouTube channel in prior years when we used to do our shows and everything. But where I hadn't been on YouTube for so long, I'm not making money from it. So the viewing time drops. So I need to obviously get the view time back up in order for you guys to send super chats. But thank you so much for trying to support my channel. But we're gonna have to work towards that team. So that is what I think the situation is, where I kind of had the drop off. I ain't gonna have viewing minutes. But thank you for wanting to send in a super chat. Hi Charlene, how are you? What age did you start supporting Arsenal? How long have you supported Arsenal? Well, hello Tyrone and welcome. At what age? So I must have been around 7 years old, I think. I just remember being a very young little girl, and I actually saw a game, an Arsenal game, and I saw Ian Wright playing, and I was like, oh, like he just blew my mind. Like he caught my attention as a young child who didn't know anything about football. He just caught my attention. I remember eating. I'm not going to say the name of the sweets because I'm making my age. I'm probably giving away my age now, to be fair. But I remember eating my sweets. Do you know? I'm gonna tell you guys the name of the sweets. Let's see if anyone here knows these sweets. They were called opal fruits. Some of you may know them now as Stars. Still exist. Listen, I'm not even trying to be out here promoting any brands or anything like that. But I remember eating my sweets and seeing Ian Wright and thinking, support Arsenal. So it all started from then, and it's all thanks to Ian Wright. So yeah, I'll leave you to predict the maths on how long that's been. See if you guys can guess my age. Charlene looking stunning. Oh, thank you. Even it's because of this beautiful shirt. This is actually my favorite shirt this season. I absolutely love this one. What's your favorite shirt this season? Let me know, guys. Hi, Charlene, looking beautiful as always. Oh, thank you. You guys always filling me, flourishing me with compliments. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Are you going to the Arsenal versus Chelsea Women's Champions League game? I'm not actually. I'm not planning to at present, But who knows, that may change. But I'll keep you guys posted on that. Are you there? Let me know. Hi, Charlene. Big fan of your content. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Glad you're enjoying my content. Arsenal will win 3-1. Come on, you Gunners. I love this. So I can see that you guys are feeling pretty confident ahead of today's game. You guys are feeling like, yep, Arsenal are going to get a win. Just checking as well. What team everyone support? I can see there are some Arsenal fans in here. I can see that we've got Chelsea fan. Is there any other fan bases? Let me know what team you support. Always quite intrigued to know who you guys are supporting. But yeah, we're here today to predict the 11. Do we think Mikel Arteta is gonna start with today? So shout out to Luke Z, who is a Fulham fan and who is getting involved in the predicted 11. I must say I've got a little soft spot for Fulham. So I think Salah or Madueke on the left and Trossard and Martinelli on the right. Okay. What makes you feel that? I'm just intrigued to know. Will win Arsenal the league directly feeding Gok. Okay, so you want to see that little switch over there. Yesterday, Man City. Yeah, Man City did actually win the game. I was hoping, I'm sure all us Arsenal fans were hoping and praying they would actually drop points, but they did manage to win. So you guys know what that means. We need to make sure we're controlling what we can control, and we need to be winning our games. Roy Marsh, would you like Spurs to be 100%? Of course, I want Spurs to get relegated for sure. Can you imagine how amazing? Wait, Roy, what team do you support? Can you imagine how amazing it will be? Spurs getting relegated, Arsenal winning 4 trophies. I mean, that will be an amazing season for sure. Come on, Arsenal, we're going to do this. We definitely are going to do it for sure. We're going to win the game today. We're going to win the Premier League. We're going to win the Champions League. Yes, I'm delusional and I'm proud to be delusional because you need to be delusional to be successful. All right, so Ryan Marsh is an Arsenal fan. Love that. All right, so let's get predicting. So I guess it goes without saying that David Raya to start in goal. As well, we saw that Kai Havertz has trained. So is anyone expecting to see Kai Havertz start game or see him feature? If Mikel doesn't win the league, should he go? For me, I am a huge Arteta fan. And obviously, we want to win the league. We want to win trophies, 100%. That's what it's about. You've got to be in it to win it. We want to win it. But I don't feel like, obviously, he's been, Arsenal manager for some time. So it's about time we did win some major trophies. In his first season, we did manage to win the FA Cup. We won the Community Shield twice. But we want to be winning the Premier League. We want to be winning the Champions League. I do feel like Mikel Arteta has been a fundamental manager and he's done a fantastic job building, us to where we are today, bringing the fan base together. Look at the changes he's made in the club. Great things don't happen overnight, and it definitely has taken time. And we are competing for the league, for sure. We have been for a few years, but we just haven't managed to kind of get over the line. I don't feel like if he doesn't win a trophy this season, then he should go. I don't feel that way. Obviously, I'd be absolutely fuming if we don't. And when I say trophy, I'm talking the big trophies, Champions League, Premier League. I will be absolutely fuming. I was heartbroken last season. And if any of you guys was on my stream, was it last season or the season before? And I was literally crying, like I had to just end the stream. So yeah, I will be very, very upset. But I feel like he's done an amazing job. And what other manager are we going to bring in? How do you feel? Do you feel like if Arteta doesn't win a major trophy this season, then he go? And if you feel that he should go, tell us what potential managers you would like to see come in. For me, I don't feel he should go, and I feel if it's not this season, it'll be next season. But I'm feeling really confident that it will be this season, that we definitely win one of those big seasons. And I was getting like nervous and excited at the same time, you know, with the thought of that happening. So I feel like it is going to be our season. And if it is, I want him to go. How are you feeling about the men's Champions League draw? I'm actually really happy with the draw that we got. I feel like we definitely have got a more favourable team. We've got a, you know, I don't want to disrespect any team, but I do feel like, yeah, this is a good team for us to play. So I'm feeling more confident. I do feel like we will beat Leverkusen. I'm happy that the second leg is going to be at the Emirates Stadium. And I feel like we're going to progress on to the quarters. Let's go. How are you guys feeling? Let me know. Hey, Shah, I got faith that we can get big 3 points incoming. Come on, you Gunners. Yeah, I'm feeling exactly the same. I guess as well, you know, the past 2 times that we played Chelsea in the EFL Cup, the wins that we got there as well, it fills us with even more confidence. The fact that City have won yesterday, you know, that is even more motivation and drive for us to get a win today as well. So, yeah, I feel like the players are definitely going to be geared up and fired up. And if we look at it as well, I mean, the season's going to be over very, very, very soon. You know, we definitely cannot afford to be losing any more games. Which would you most like season, the Premier League or the Champions League? You can only pick one. Oh, this is a very stern emoji accompanying that question. You know what? We haven't won the Champions League, and obviously it is a huge, huge trophy. So if I could pick one of the two, then it will be the Champions League. But if I can have it all, then I'll take both, as well as the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. But definitely Champions League for me. How are you guys feeling as well? If you're an Arsenal fan, what will be your preference for Arsenal to win the Premier League or Champions League? And you can only pick one, as stated by Roy Marsh. And if you're not an Arsenal fan, you're welcome to answer this question as well. So let us know what you would prefer Arsenal to win. See, Mr. Watt, shout out to you saying, see, that is the main question. If not Arteta, then who? That is the big question. Who is it going to be? Who do you want to see come in? Arteta's, you know, built a squad, started off with, you know, a young team. Don't forget, we had the youngest team in the league, I believe, at one point. You know, we had all these young players. We implemented a new style of play that all of the players had to adapt to. These young players have now grown, you know, and you can see the progression from 2020 to now, obviously 6 years later. You can see the progression. You can see how the team have gelled. You can see the players that we have brought in, who we've kind of held on to, and the ones that we've let go of. And the quality of the players that we've brought in, and also, you know, the time that it's taken for them to adapt. We use Kai Havertz as a prime example. You know, when he first came to Arsenal, I mean, he was really doing his best at Chelsea. He came to Arsenal. It took some time. Fans were getting impatient, but look at the turnaround. You know, you look at these fine details as well of how Mikel Arteta has also transformed players. So we've built a lot, and it will be such a shame for us to, you know, get this far with everything that we've built, all the hard work, all the tough, heartbreaking times that we've gone through to reach this stage, to then just let it all go. You know, I do believe in being patient for sure. So if you see this season, then, you know, don't just throw it all away, is what I'm saying. Roy Marsh is saying Arteta in. Who else is saying Arteta in as well? Let me know. And then we'll get building very, very soon. Got a question as well. I just went live on Instagram. Have any of you guys come over here from Instagram? Let me know. Or are you subscribed? Or was you on the show yesterday and you knew I was coming live today at 1 p.m.? I want to know what brought you guys here today. The driving factor being the fact that we're going to build the 11. But I just want to know where you have come and joined us from. Anyone else Arteta in? Or anyone feeling like, you know what? I want to see a different manager. And if that's the case, who's the manager that you would like to see? Come on, guys, get active in the chat. Don't be shy. All right. While we wait for you guys to potentially get live in the chat, let's start building this 11. So we're going to start off with, okay, Elijah saying, would you like to hear my predicted 11? All right, before we start building together, let's hear your predicted lineup. And as we know, Elijah is a Chelsea fan who did actually join us on yesterday. So thank you for giving your thoughts on Chelsea. Perhaps you could do a predicted lineup for your Chelsea team. Mickey Funkster saying, bless up, Shah. Bless up to you as well. Like you, I think we should keep better, but it's vital we win something. I'm confident about Champions League, but it's the Premier League I really want. Great to see you, stay beautiful. Thank you for your lovely comment. And yeah, I'm glad that we are in agreement because we've obviously come such a way, you know. Do you remember when we was bottom of the Premier League table? Do you remember that heartache, like all the pain that we've been through? And 100% I agree with you. It's absolutely vital. We have to win something big this season. Obviously, you know, it'd be great to win the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, but it's big things we want to be dealing with. So Champions League or the Premier League. And Mickey is saying the Premier League is the one that he really, really wants us to win. And yeah, I mean, we are still in contention to win it for sure. We just sometimes make it so hard for ourselves. You know, it's just so annoying when we look at certain games and we're like, how we have won that game? We would have been ahead, or you know, it comes to the end of the season and it's like the finest margin. Had we have won one more Premier League game, we would have won the Premier League. You know, so that is obviously so frustrating. But yeah, let's see how the season pans out. Great to have you over here joining as well. Tyrone Stephen. Oh, I remember that. We was I remember literally sitting there. I was on a live stream saying like we could actually be relegated. Like that is what I was seeing. Relegation. It was such a horrible time because it was like the style of the just wasn't making sense to the players. It was very evident on the pitch. It just looked like the team was being overcoached. No one understood what was going on. We're sitting in 20th place. Like results are just not going our way. And it's just like, what is going on? This is insane. But you have to give respect and credit to Mikel Arteta because despite us not getting results, despite the players looking completely lost, despite all the criticism that you know we was receiving from our own Arsenal fans, from pundits, from everywhere, like it felt like the world was against us. Everyone had an adverse opinion on what Arsenal was doing. Everyone saying Mikel Arteta's got to go. You know, he had to stick to his guns, stay true to what it is that he believed in, and get us to where we are today. So that takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of resilience and mental strength to be able to do that. Because as we know, football is a very cutthroat game. You know, you're not getting results and you're out. But Mikel Arteta had to stick to everything that he truly believed in and what it is that he really wanted to build at Arsenal. And he had to block out everything, all of that noise, all of that speculation, everything that was happening. He had to block it all out and get us to where we are today. And for that, I feel he deserves big respect and big credit. So yeah. All right, guys, we're going to start building this 11 now. So let's go. Let's show you what you're saying. I'm getting this predicted in 11 in before I start on this one or not? I'm giving you 5 seconds to get your predicted 11 in. Hit that send button. If not, I'm going to start building. All right, your time is starting now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. I mean, you can still send it in. I'm going to start. So, guys, we're doing this together. We're building this starting 11 together. So, guess it's only right that we start with David Raya in goal. Let me know if you want someone else to start in goal. Perhaps you want Kepa, ex-Chelsea player, to start. If that's the case, let us know. Right, let's go into our back four. Playing at right back. What are we saying, guys? Are we saying Timber to start? I really want to hear your opinions as well, guys. So do get active. Let me know who you would like to see. I'll say each position as well. Just say who you want to see in that position. Otherwise, I'm going to be building this 11 by myself. All right, so we got Timber at right back. We got our amazing centre back pairing of Saliba and Gabriel. And then over in that left position, who do you guys want to see starting? Do you want to see Calafiori? Do you want to see Henrique? Do you want to see Lewis Skelly? Let me know. All right, so I've actually selected a player who I would like to see in that left back position. Can you guys guess who it may be that I have gone with? I mean, I talk a lot. Let me give you guys some time to type. But obviously, if nothing comes through, then I'm just going to carry on. All right, guys. You guys a little bit quiet today. I've gone with Henrique in the left back position. Reason being is I like Henrique. I mean, I like all of our players, I'll be honest. But I like Henrique's. I'm more in favour of his defensive duties. I love the way he gets forward as well. I feel like he's more of our. He's more defensive minded. I prefer his strength. So Henrique is the one. Or do we start with Calafiori? Or his attacking sort of mindset? So we've got Robert, big up Robert, in Timber, Saliba, Big Gabby, love that, and Henrique for me. So Robert's going with the same for I am saying. So we want someone who's a bit more solid in that left back position. With Calafiori, he's more attacking, but Henrique gets forward as well. All right, let's stick with Henrique. If there's anyone who objects, let us know who you want to see in that left back position. Elijah saying, would you start Raya in this game? Yeah, I would start Raya. Obviously, credit to Kepa, but Raya is our number one goalkeeper. It's not often that you'll see a keeper being changed. So 100% keep David Raya in goal. And, David Raya is just absolutely phenomenal. Like the saves he makes, even the save that he made in that North London derby last week. Yeah, so 100% David Raya the starting goal. We don't change the keeper unless it's a cup competition. But yeah, no need to change keeper. Let's get into the midfield now. Who are we starting in the midfield? Now, this one is an important. I mean, the whole team's important, but we saw what Eze done in that North London derby. Like, is Eze starting in the midfield? Is he starting in amongst the front three? What are you guys saying about Eze? Is it fundamental that he starts this game? And if so, why? David Raya is a beast. He absolutely is, like absolute quality, absolute perfection. I would start Zubimendi, Rice, and Eze. So love that. Robert feels that Eze needs to start in this game. And Robert, I want to know: are you saying Eze to start based on what we saw in the North London derby? Like, what is it about Eze that you want to see him start in this game? If I'm being completely honest, I completely agree with that. With those three players in the midfield for me as well. So Zubir, Mendy to start. Rice, mate. Rice. Absolute quality. Like, he's just the perfect player. Like, since he's joined Arsenal, there's absolutely nothing I thought about him. He puts in some work. Like, he puts in some serious work, controlling the midfield. He does well defensively, attacking. Like, everything about Rice is just amazing. Rice for sure, and Eze to start. Now, the reason I want to see Eze start, I think after the performance and what we saw in that North London derby, his confidence is be high. This is another London derby. Like, start Eze. Let's keep building on that momentum. As we know, football, it's a confidence thing as well. You don't want to have a player, turn up in a big game. Remember, he didn't really getting no minutes. Then he plays the North London derby and he performs to that level, and you drop him. No, I mean, it can work in the opposite way, and it's like, what? I get dropped, and then he becomes more hungry, and it's like, boy, he's firing up on the bench, and then you sub him on, and then he shows you what time it is and lets you know, listen, mate, I need to be starting games. Or he doesn't even get any minutes, and then next game now you start him and he performs to the highest level, and it's like, okay. I mean, it could either way, but I personally feel that after that performance, yeah, he needs to start. But you have also got Kai Havertz, who, came back from injury, and look at the return he made. Like, whatever Arteta's doing, he's doing an amazing job. But I guess when you're out injured, you've got time to reflect, and you've got time to realize how precious things are. The things that you would just take for granted on a daily basis, or, just being able to play and perhaps becoming a bit complacent when you are selected. Then when you're out injured and you've got a rough time frame of when you may return. But as you know, injuries, can be quite volatile, and yeah, you may come at that predicted time, or you may be even longer. But it's like when you're injured and you're restricted and you cannot play because you're injured, like, it makes you more appreciative, and then you just want to come back and you just want to do your absolute best. We definitely saw that from Kai Havertz, came back from that injury and performed. And I feel like he definitely played really well with Gyökeres. So it'd be good to see Kai Havertz get some minutes. But I personally would like to start Eze and then bring Kai Havertz off the bench. So Robert is saying you have to give Eze the nod because of his performance in the North London derby, and he is more creative as well, and we need that today. And Robert, I 100% agree with you. Obviously, Odegaard is our captain, but when you've got a player like Eze, who is definitely more creative and who is making things happen, regardless of a player being captain, you have to go based on the player who's going to perform the best in the game, and I agree with you. I feel like it is Eze, and he's just got... There's just something about him, like his tempo that he plays at, his creativity, his confidence, just everything about him, and the fact that he scores goals as well. So 100% I agree. Eze to start this game. Remember, Eze scored a spectacular free free kick that was disallowed against Chelsea early this season when he was at Crystal Palace. Well, I can't be honest, I can't remember that game, but for sure, when you've got a player who's, doing stuff like this, and he's been playing in the Premier League for how long? He's used to these type of games. Oh, for sure, Eze to start. Can definitely see Eze scoring today if he starts. Robert, what is your score prediction for today's game? And how many goals are you predicting for Eze to score? All right, guys, I don't see any objections so far at midfield. So we're going to keep a midfield of Zubimendi, Rice, and Eze. Now we're moving on to the front three. Who do we want to see in that front three? Let's start off with the right-hand side. Who do we want to see start there? As we know, Noni Madueke is a former Chelsea player. As we know, he's absolute quality. He's class. Who are we starting in that right-hand position? And, Saka, our star boy, we know what Saka's all about, what Saka brings. But do we start Madueke in this game? Former Chelsea player, even more hungry and passionate, to show his former club what he's about, where he's at now. Do we start Madueke? I mean, you guys know I absolutely love Saka. Like, he's our star boy. He's absolutely perfect in my eyes. There's nothing this player could do wrong. I actually wouldn't mind seeing Noni start. I'll be real. I wouldn't mind seeing Madueke start. What are you guys saying? So Mr. King is saying Saka to start. So Robert is predicting a 3-0 Arsenal win with Coquerez and Eze scoring. I see him scoring at least one. You're saying Eze to start, Eze to score one goal and Coquerez to get a brace it. Saka starts all day. This is Saka's type of game. No way he doesn't start. Okay, so Robert is feeling like very, very strong and firm on that one. Bukayo Saka to start this game. Will be your best player since there's no Cucurella. Yes. How could I forget? We had this discussion yesterday, about my feelings towards Cucurella. I mean, if you guys know me and if you've been, following me for, how many years and interacting with me, then you know that I am definitely not the type of person like feel like a certain type of way against, any players. But Cucurella, like, any Arsenal fan, please just get active in the comments. Let me know how you feel about Cucurella. But this guy drives me insane. I don't know if it's because I'm such a huge fan of Bukayo Saka. Yeah, and like I said, like perfect in my eyes. Perfect in every single way. He's absolutely perfect. But Cucurella just gets on my, excuse my language, on my bloody nerves. Like, he just, like, I don't know what is about him. I don't know if it's because of the way, like, just tries to, like, deal with Saka that just really infuriates me. Like, it drives me insane. The fact he's not playing today, do you know what? I changed my mind. I do want to see Saka start because I want to see Saka play against Chelsea with a more freedom from Cucurella. Because, yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Cucurella is a good player. But I just don't like the way he pins down our star boy. Well, tries to. So, yeah, I changed my mind. Bukayo Saka, star boy to start this game. What are you guys saying? Unless Saka is carrying a knock, he plays. Okay, fair to say that we're all in agreement. Bukayo Saka starts this game. Now, before we get on to the striker, who are we playing on that left-hand side? Madueke? Who do we want to see playing on the left? Start Martinelli. Could even start Madueke there. Who do we want to start? This one, I don't know. Sometimes, do you know, I want to see Trossard start. That is what I'm saying, because I like Martinelli coming off the bench. Like when you just need that tempo, you know, in the last minutes of the game, someone who's going to bring you that pace. We know Martinelli does. So Mr. King is saying Trossard. Oh, what did I press? Ah, sorry guys, bear with me. Okay. Excuse me. So we're saying Trossard to start on that left-hand side. I'm in agreement with you. If there's anyone who wants to see Martinelli or anyone else start on the left-hand side, this is your opportunity to let us know. And last but not least, the last position to fill now is our striker. So who do we want to see in that position there? Our options are Gokares, Jesus, and like I said, Kai Havertz did train. So do we change it up completely and play Kai Havertz? So Robert's saying, I will go with Trossard. Then when I think about it, I see a world where Eze could start on the left and Odegaard start in the number 10 role. Yes, I do. Where do we get the best out of Eze? On the left-hand side or in that number 10 role? Like, where do we get the best of him? But we could do that. But I personally don't see our captain star. You know, my preference would be to have. Oh, we could even change it up even more. Let Kai Havertz start in the midfield. Bring Eze on the left. We got options. I must say, these are some really good options to have. Like, we've still got whoever we start with. We've still got some good quality on the bench, because you could bring Kai Havertz off the bench. You could still bring Odegaard off the bench. You know, we could start Trossard. We could still bring Martinelli off the bench. So Robert is saying Gokares all the way top. Mr. King is saying Jesus or Gokares. The fact that you got Gokares in big capital letters, I'm assuming that might be your preferred choice. I personally would start Gokares in this game. The fact that he's now firing, you know, he's our striker. He's firing. Like, he got 2 goals, you know, in the North London derby. Like, it's only right that we let Gokares start, because he was running it was very evident that he was running low on confidence, you know, prior to him getting these goals. So now that he is scoring, like, we don't just drop him, in my opinion. So I think we have to start Gokares for sure. Let me know if anyone objects. Majority of the votes Gokares to start. I have a contrary take. What about if we put Saka on the left and Madueke on the right, as that makes us more potent and direct, and Saka's left foot can cross for Gokares? Okay. Do you know, I love the way how we could just like change things up and do something different as well, because then we become unpredictable. The fact as well, so let's factor in the fact that we've played Chelsea twice, you know, recently in the EFL Cup games as well. We don't want them to kind of suss us out. We don't want to be too predictable. So I'm actually not against us making some changes that will kind of throw Chelsea off, you know, to have a starting 11 where it's like, like, what's Arsenal going to do here? You know, they can't really predict us. So even this sounds quite good to me. So guys, what's your thoughts on this? So then have Madueke on the right-hand side, and then we'll have Saka on the left. We could even put Saka in the midfield, put Eze on the left. we got so many options. What are we going to do, guys? What are we going to do? Now I'm thinking. All right, so let me go over what we have at present. We've got David Raya and goal. We've got our confirmed back four of Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Hencapié. So that's our confirmed back four. In the middle, we'll confirm that we've got Zubamendi, Rice. Now, with the remaining four players, Eze, let's say remaining three players because it's confirmed that we're going to start Gokares, as our striker. So our remaining three players of Eze, Saka, Trossard. What are we saying? What do we want to do here? Do we want to make some changes, or are we going to just kind of keep it with what we know? Do we want to see something different? We saw Bukayo Saka play in the midfield and, fantastically well. So what do we want to see? Mr. King is saying, I think that's meant to say like 18. How many likes are on the video? Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you do like this video as well. Let's get the likes up. Listen, guys. Who are we starting in these remaining three positions? Do we want to see Saka and Madueke both starting in this game? Let us know. If not, we're going to keep it as Saka on the right, Gokes through the middle, and Trossard on the left. So what are you guys saying? Is anyone going to the game today as well? Get the likes up. Give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to share these live on your stories as well. Let your followers know that we are live building a starting 11. All right, there's no objection. So are we going to keep it with Saka on the right, Gokares on the left? Let us know. All right, so this is 11. Wait. It wasn't actually meant to come out like that. So the way I typed it, let me just, I actually had it line by line, but obviously now I've, pressed send on that. So let me just resend it. So it makes more sense to you guys. I wish I was going to the game. I am based in the United States, Atlanta to be exact. I'll shout out to everyone in the United States of America. But do you know what? Credit to you guys. The times that you guys stay up to watch some of our games, is absolutely amazing. Like I've done live streams, when we're over in the States, and I've literally fallen asleep on the street. I'm so tired. Anyone that knows me, like personally, knows what I'm like when it comes to getting tired. But what time will Arsenal be kicking off in the States? So over here in the UK, we're kicking off at 4:30 p.m. So what would that be, like 10:30 a.m. for you in the United States? Let us know. That looks like a strong lineup, Shah. Yes. Elijah, what happened? Like, was you going to send in your predicted 11 for Chelsea? So Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Zubamendi, Rice, so Robert is sticking, with what we've agreed. Yep. And that is exactly what I've got here. So Robert doesn't want to see any changes from that. So it's going to be 11:30 a.m. in the States. So Mr. King, are you based in the States as well? Let us know. So this is the starting 11. I've managed to type it nice and neat in a way that makes sense now. So, guys, we have built our starting 11 together. We have considered making some changes. Oh, okay, so shout out to Mr. King in the United States as well. We've considered making some changes, but ultimately we've decided to keep it this way. Do we think Mikel Arteta will start with this starting 11? This is the same starting 11, I believe, that we started against Spurs. So the starting 11 that we have gone with is as follows. David Raya in goal, Timber right back, centre back pairing of Saliba and Gabriel, Nketiah to start on the left hand side, a midfield of Zubamendi, Rice, and Eze, and then a front three of Saka, Gyökeres, and Trossard. So that is the starting 11 that we have built here. Who thinks Mikel Arteta will start with this starting 11 for today's game, Arsenal versus Chelsea? Who's feeling confident about that one? And I must say, this is exactly the same starting 11 that we had for the North London derby. So do you think that Mikel Arteta is going to stick with the same team who started in the North London derby, or do you think he's going to make some changes, you know, to just throw Chelsea off a bit for us not be too predictable? Do you think he's going to do something where you're like, oh my God, like, Arteta, you're really going to do that? You change it up? Something's just really, like, you know, with Arteta, like, sometimes he could be unpredictable and he could just do something to, like, really, huh? Like, how comes that player started? Like, not in a bad way, but wow. Let me know. So, Mickey saying that's a decent starting 11. Meanwhile, real talk, peeps. Let's bless the queen with likes. Oh, thank you. Bless me, baby. So get them likes up. Hit that like button. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, notifications, all that good stuff. Thank you so much as well to all of you for supporting my page. Tyrone is saying, I think he might keep the same lineup. Okay, so Tyrone's feeling like we're going to keep the same lineup from the North London derby. Pete, however, is saying Martinelli, maybe Trossard. Martinelli, maybe Trossard. So Pete's undecided, you know, is it going to be Martinelli that starts or is it going to be Trossard? What would be your preference? State one player only of who you would like to see. So Robert is saying 11:30 a.m. in the East Coast of the US and 8:30 a.m. in the West Coast. So what part are you? Are you the West Coast, Robert? Forgive me, my geography is not the greatest. So what part of the state are you? Let us know. Gabriel Angley is saying, great, it has to be Premier League, Charlene, from Gabriel. Am I pronouncing your name correctly? And thank you so much. And Gabriel would like to see Arsenal win the Champions League. I mean, I said that so like convincingly as well. Gabriel would like to see Arsenal win the Premier League this season. So that is Gabriel's preferred choice. And just to confirm, Robert is on the East Coast. Okay, so that means you will be watching the game at 11:30 a.m. Okay, so that's actually a decent time for you. All right, so Ashoke Elijah, aka Elijah. What do you prefer for me to call you? Because obviously I know you by two names now. So let me know what you prefer. So this is a Chelsea fan, Elijah. He's predicted 11 for Chelsea, for the Chelsea lineup today. So Sanchez in goal. Oh yeah, Reece James is back as well. So Reece James, Achipong, Chalobah, Ato, Santos, Caicedo, Palmer, expecting to see Palmer start today. Enzo Fernandez, Neto, and João Pedro. So that is Elijah's predicted 11 for the Chelsea team to start today against Arsenal. Now, to all of my Arsenal fans, is there any players that you're kind of looking and think, okay, we need to keep an eye on this one, or this player is going to cause us problems? Let me know how you're feeling about any of the potential starters for the Chelsea team. Martinelli to test out. So Pete would prefer to see Martinelli to start to test out Reece James's hamstrings. Is anyone else feeling, the same? I mean, yeah, the speed that Martinelli can run at. I mean, that's kind of a fair point there. What are you saying, guys? We look to change our starting 11, expecting to see Martinelli, or will it work more in our favour to Reece James will play a full 90? Ashake, let us know. Do you reckon Reece James will get a full 90 today? You can still call me Ashake since you've known me for 5 years. Okay, Ashake it is. So Ashake, what are you saying? Do you think Reece James will be full game? I reckon maybe 60 minutes for him. I don't know, Chelsea specialist. But yeah, I don't know. Will he get a full 90? But I mean, that is a fair point there. Let's bring in some pace. Let's start Martinelli against Reece James. Would Reece James even start in midfield? What? Reece James start in midfield? What are you saying? Guys, if you've got any last words as well, do start sending them in now, because I am going to start rounding off the show very, very soon. So if you've got anything else that you would like to add before we end the show, just get that in now. All right, we haven't had, anyone else saying, do you know what, take Trossard out, start Martinelli. So I guess we will stick with that starting 11 that we built initially. All right, guys. So I am going to start rounding off the show. Score prediction. What are we saying for score predictions? I mean, yesterday I did say 3-1 Arsenal, but now that it's match day, could it be a 3-0? I mean, I wouldn't mind a clean sheet. Reece James is fully fit, but I would like for him to come off in the second half. Okay, so you just, kind of protect him a little bit is what you're saying. And thank you as well, Mr. King. Thank you for joining. Thank you for all of your input. You guys are always amazing. Amazing as always. It's always great to be with you all. So Mr. King is going for a 2-0 Arsenal win. Yes, very important. Can't wait any free kicks for James to take, for sure. Totally agree with that. What I want to see from the team today, Arsenal side, I just really want to see us go out there with that fighting mentality and spirit. Like what we showed, like I say, more so in the second half of the North London derby, where you saw that we was just so hungry and so passionate to win that game. Like that is really what I want to see, literally from the first start of the game. I just want to see us with that real hunger to, this Premier League is ours and we're going to give it everything, absolutely everything that we've got in order to win every single game. Like, I want to see that passion. Gabriel Magalhaes, that hunger and that desire and that fighting spirit. Like, when that guy is on the pitch, you see, like, he's out for war. Yeah? He is not messing about. Like, you just see it. Even Declan Rice, you just see it, like, in the players' faces, their body language, the way they react to Gabriel, when he makes an amazing like block or anything that he does, like he's celebrating big, and you could just see like we're winning this game. Like you can see the passion. That is what I want to see throughout this whole game. I don't want to be us complacent. You know, if we're leading by 2-3 goals, we still need to play as if it is 0-0. Yeah, I don't want to see any form of complacency. I want the team to be fully switched on. I want us to be hungry. Like we haven't eaten all week. Like I want us to be hungry, passionate, driven. Like I want to see some characters on the pitch today. That is my expectation of the team. Like, because we're winning this game. I think I should do team talk before the game. All right, so that is what I want to see. I said 3-1 initially, but now today I'm saying 3-0. Do you know what? After everything that I've just said and what I expect to see from the players, I'm saying 3-0 Arsenal. That is my score prediction today. Come on, you Gunners. I want to see some fire, some passion. So El Brosley is saying Chelsea to win 3-1. Okay, what team do you support? Let us know. And hopefully we can continue to be friends for another 5 years so that I could be for a decade. 5 years and beyond. Let's not put any time limits. If we are brave like the North London Derby, we got this 4-1. Come on, you Gunners. Keep shining, Shah. I love that, Mickey. 4 beautiful goals for sure. I'm loving the belief that I'm seeing, you know, from the Arsenal fans as well. The fact that you guys are believing that we're going to win and, you know, expecting to score some goals. So I love that. And thank you so much. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for being here as well. Mr. King is saying Wednesday match game, Premier League, round 29, Brighton versus Arsenal. Yes, we're going to be at the Amex Stadium. All right, guys. So you've heard what I've had to say about the team, about my expectation of how we're going to deliver today. Thank you to all of you guys for joining the stream. Thank you for building the starting 11 with me also. It's always a great pleasure to be here, joined by you guys, and it's so exciting as well to build the starting 11 together. It definitely makes it so much more exciting because, you know, we've all got different opinions, we've all got different expectations, and it's nice that we can kind of get creative together and predict what we want to see in the game. I am going to end the show here. If you haven't already, make sure you do like this video and share the live as well, you know, on your social media platforms so other fans can have an opportunity to watch, you know, the amazing 11 that we built today. Thank you for your score predictions. If you are watching the show on repeat, then do get your score predictions in the comments, you know, so we can see them there. But I'm Charlene Smith, sending love to you all, and I'll be back to speak to you again very soon. Enjoy your Sunday and enjoy the game. Bye for now.